Welcome to Exploring with D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome back. Up in the red again today. Was absent last week from the YouTubes. Took a trip down south. Checked out some waterfalls out of state. While I try to find a way across this branch here, I'll pop up a few pics and videos from that trip. Made it across the branch. Pretty sure that's a couple bear tracks there. Hopefully we don't run into him today. Just looking for some arches. Naturally, I'm starting at the bottom of the hill, and where I have to go is at the top. And it looks like a pretty good hill. So gonna get my legs burning real good first thing this morning. Talked to Bill Patrick the other day, told him about an area of interest I had. Sent it to him, asked him if he had anything in the area because I didn't have any pins in this area. He did have one Forest Service lead, and that was all. So hopefully we come away with some new finds today and we can confirm that Forest Service arch. So it's going to get started up this hill. Getting up close to the cliff line where we want to be, and naturally running into the road as well. Well, this looked promising from a distance, but Getting up here closer, kind of looking like a bunch of big boulders piled on top of each other. I'm gonna try to get up there and investigate a little better. But if that's just boulders, I don't really know how that one's staying on top of that rock. It's got trees growing on top of it and everything. It's pretty crazy. Well, it's definitely a boulder pile. You can see an opening up there, but definite separation here. I really don't know how this big one is sitting and staying on top of this rock. That just kind of blows my mind. Oh well, let's head on around the cliffline. Could have been some moon shining in the area at some point in time. There's some remnants of an old barrel. Almost rusted away to nothing. Keep working around through here. Well, so far, it's been busted sandstone, boulders, and deadfall and disappointment. Got a third of the way up the drainage here. Hopefully it gets a little better towards the head of the drainage. Up in there's where the lead for the Forest Service arch is, so hopefully we come away with more than just the one arch today. Well, it looks like the rhodo's getting thicker, so that means we're getting closer to the cliff line where we want to be. Made it to this upper section of cliff line. Good thing is, sandstone's looking a lot more promising up here. The bad news is, I'm at the level where rhododendron and mountain laurel meet. Only thing that can make it better is if I get into some greenbrier. Working my way around to a point of interest on this cliff line. It looks like a narrow spot in the ridge at a saddle. Hoping to find an arch there. Came across this little section of cliff line. Really nice color here. Well, my area of interest was a little deceiving on the map. I thought this was going to be one tall cliff line. It's actually two shorter sections of cliff line. This little upper part does have a lot of nice iron banding and stuff in it. Just no holes that penetrate all the way through the top of the ridge here. You can't really tell there, but it's about a 6 or 8 foot section of cliff line here below me. Came up in a little break of it to get to this section here. There's a little bit more cliff line out through here before we head across the drainage to the Forest Service arch. Maybe we'll get lucky between here and there. Stepped across at a break in the cliff line to the other side, to the sunny side of the hill. This apparently is where all the flat cliff line is. So, almost out to the ridge end. Once we get out to the end of the cliff line here, we'll follow the ridge end up, cut across to the other side of the drainage, check out that cliff line. Got pretty excited when I saw this little piece of rock shelter here. The way the light was hitting in, I thought for sure it was going to go through the top of the ridge, but it don't. But I feel like that couldn't be a foot or two thick right here on this ridge top, because this is a real narrow ridge here on the end, so this could possibly one day be an arch. It's not today. Some nice fallout and iron banding in this little end of the cliff line here, but nothing penetrating all the way through. Several future arches out through here probably though. Up into a little more open woods. I'm gonna follow this ridge top out. Head of the drainage is barely out of sight up there. I'm gonna go around the top of the drainage. I can already see the cliff line over there where I'm headed. So it shouldn't take just a minute to get over there. Pretty neat little section of cliff line here. As you might have noticed there's a pretty good little break, and then all of a sudden we was back at the truck. Got a little aggravated and just didn't really feel like videoing. That happens sometimes whenever you get off drilling. Them rhododendrons are really whooping on you. It's easy to get real frustrated and aggravated, especially when you ain't finding nothing. So that's why there's a little break there towards the end of the video, but hope you enjoyed it anyway. Well, we managed to get another failed arch hunt on video. I even had coordinates for a possible Forest Service arch today. Zigzag back and forth on that cliff line, hitting a couple different layers of cliff line, never came away with anything. So, oh well, there'll be days like that, I guess. Kind of get you aggravated with arch hunting, but that's part of it. If you never check an area, you never know if there's anything there. Sometimes you might come away with a big find. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's adventure, even though we didn't find anything. If you would, be sure to give us a like. Helps out the channel. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.